Hello, everybody. It's Paul Neeson with the Real Life Health Show, and I have a really important thing I just read, and it's kind of late right now when I was about to go to sleep, and I saw this report on the internet, and I just got to laugh. I've been diagnosed with ulcerative colitis and Crohn's disease. It's inflammatory bowel disease many, many years ago, over 25 years ago, and I completely got cured by eating a certain diet. And I've been telling people and helping people get completely cured by eating a certain diet. And only when I started to come off this diet did I start feeling a little sick again years ago. And I went back on a diet and I had no issues and I've completely stayed just fine. And the more I told people, the doctors would tell me there's no medical cure for inflammatory bowel disease. There's no known cure for inflammatory bowel disease and all this stuff. Well, I'm reading this now. Part of me can't believe my eyes, but the other part of me knew it was just obvious before somebody would wake up. It says the title was "This Type of Diet Could Banish Suffering for Almost 1 million People." Now, inflammatory bowel disease is inflammation of the colon. It's known as an autoimmune disease, and doctors still don't have a cure for it. They don't know what causes it. I know what causes it, and I know what the cure is, and it's not eating the things that are creating the issue, right? So, but the doctors, they're just oblivious to this stuff. So, anyway, it's very painful disease to live with, and I live my life to help people that are suffering with this to overcome it. And diet is a very big factor in what I suggest people do to get well again. And again, I've been telling people for years how to do this, and I work with people on a regular basis how to get better from this illness. Let me read the article to you, and then it just came out today. It says, the benefits of consuming a plant-based diet cannot be ignored. Research shows that eating a diet rich in vegetables and other plants can reduce your risk of heart disease and slow down the decline while preventing diabetes and even certain types of cancer. So just that alone is astonishing that people have finally, well, at least the medical community has finally acknowledged that there's a connection between this stuff. But then it goes on and says, furthermore, there's plenty of evidence to support the fact that a plant-based diet can also lower your risk of obesity and high blood pressure. In short, there are many great reasons to eat more plants, including a report that suggests a plant-based diet may relieve and even cure Crohn's disease. Okay, Crohn's disease is inflammation of the colon, another form of it, so to say. And even now, I tell people I'm cured. People say you're just in remission. No, this says, it even confirms relieve or even cure. Well, remission is relief, right? Cure is a cure. Anyways, it's a chronic inflammatory bowel disease impacts up to 780,000 people in the United States. New study documents a true story of remission. Well, I thought they were writing it about me at first when I saw this because I've overcome this a long time ago, and I've actually worked with and know a lot of people who have. So I just was curious, well, who are they talking about here? And it says, a study published in the journal Nutrients followed a young man with Crohn's disease who experienced a complete remission of the condition after he stopped eating meat and processed foods and adopted a plant-based diet. This report is yet additional evidence of the value of consuming a plant-based diet for health. Study co-author Dr. Haya Kalalva says this, and I open parentheses, it says, the case study supports the idea that food really is medicine. Not only does it show that eating a high-fiber plant-based diet could help lead to Crohn's disease remission, but all the side effects are good ones, including reduced risk of heart disease, type 2 diabetes, and certain types of cancer. And it says plant-based diets can heal the gut. So now they're using this fellow who got better, and I don't know, plant-based diet can mean a lot of things today, but here's what they said. The subject of the study was in his late 20s and had suffered from severe abdominal pain, nausea, ulcers, and diabetes for many years, being diagnosed with Crohn's disease. Intravenous treatment did not remedy his condition, and medicine just took the edge off, but he still experienced fatigue, bloating, and abdominal pain. After letting go of meat, dairy, and processed foods, and consuming a diet rich in grains, legumes, vegetables, and fruits, his systems improved, and eventually achieved clinical remission. In just 6 short months of following a plant-based diet, the mucosa of his gut healed, and there was no longer any evidence of Crohn's disease. Hallelujah. And it says, after 18 months of following a plant-based diet, the man did not have any relapses and was able to stop taking drugs completely. There's nothing new under the sun, folks. I've been telling people this for years, and this works. And then it goes on to say, about 10% of people who are diagnosed with Crohn's disease ever reach full remission using standard medications. That's because they're listening to the doctors. That's the issue. That's why they don't have relief. It says about 10% of people who are diagnosed with Crohn's disease ever reach full remission using a standard medications. As many as 50% eventually need surgery, such as a small bowel resection or a subtotal colostomy, within 10 years of Crohn's diagnosis. And then it says plant-based diets are high in fiber. Plant-based diets are high in fiber, which does miraculous things to heal the gut. Eating fiber helps develop a highly diversified microbial system through fermentation, which is how a healthy bacteria in the gut eat fiber. Now, I do tell people, and I warn people, if you do have inflammatory bowel disease, Crohn's disease, or ulcerative colitis, fiber, is as good as it is not good when you're dealing with inflammatory bowel disease. It's good after you've overcome it, but when you're dealing with it, it's too rough for the bruised colon and the digestive tract. So keep that in mind. Don't just think, oh, I could eat fiber. If you're going through an inflammatory attack right now, you need to follow the information I have on my website, healibd.com. healibd.com, and that'll help you understand and learn more about that. It says everyone is different. The thing says, finally, it's important to remember that each person's response to a plant-based diet will vary depending on the severity of their disorder. And I'll never forget when I went to see my friend, and the doctors told me that this was the worst case scenario that they've seen, and they say this all the time to a whole bunch of different people. And so that's what they told me. And I went to visit my friend once. I told my friend the same thing. This is the worst case scenario that he's ever seen. And my friend said, well, yours might not have been severe as mine, and that's why I need to get my colon cut out. And he ended up getting his colon cut out. Well, it says, finally, it's important to remember that each person's response to a plant-based diet will vary depending on the severity of their disorder. Keep in mind that what works for one person might not work for another. Dr. Tinger Carray is a gastrologist who, with Loma Linda University Health, had this to say: because of the complexity and still not fully understood mechanisms causing Crohn's disease, as well as not all patients with Crohn's disease fit into one pathway, not everyone responds to one drug equally. Consequently, a plant-based diet should complement, not replace, other treatment methods such as medications. And I'm in total disagreement with that. Total disagreement, because that's not true. It says, be sure to speak to your physician before switch to a plant-based diet. No, don't speak to your physician. As a matter of fact, switch and get better, and you don't even need to go to your physician. So this is what people need to get, and people need to understand. Folks, this is not something that's miraculous. This is the way our body is supposed to work. When you eat a diet based on the foods that we were created and designed to eat, guess what? Your body is going to do what it's supposed to do, and that's not be sick. Your body's supposed to be healthy and not suffer from these diseases and everything else. When you put things in your body that were never meant to be there, that's when the body reacts in a way where it does everything possible. Disease is your body crying out, please stop it, stop it. I'd say disease is one of the greatest wake-up calls that we have within us to remind us and let us know that we are doing something wrong. We are doing something we shouldn't be doing. And it's time to wake up. And if anyone is watching this right now and you want help, if you're dealing with Crohn's disease or ulcerative colitis or inflammatory bowel disease, and you want help, please go to my website, healibd.com, healibd.com, standing for inflammatory bowel disease. See the videos I have there, and I have a whole bunch of videos of how to treat Crohn's disease if you're in an inflammatory attack, or if you're just in remission, how to treat it, what diet to eat, the exact way to eat, the exact diet to eat, not medications, but what supplements to take to help you heal and to help you recover and stay recovered. You can see it right there. And then I make this to everyone. After you see those videos, write down questions while you're looking at those videos. Those videos are going to answer many of your questions. But after you see that, and if you still have questions, set up a consultation for me. I'll do a free consultation with you, and I'll help you. And I really desire to do so. And understand, it's not something that happens overnight. It takes a long time. Inflammatory bowel disease is one of the latest stages of disease. Inflammation on your internal organs is the latest stage of disease, not an early sign of disease. And it took many years to get to that point. And you don't wake up one day and you go to sleep, the next day you wake up and all of a sudden you're better. No, it takes many years. And it's not going to be overnight that you're going to heal, especially if you do this the natural way. See, doctors will give you medication and they'll take away your symptoms immediately. And you'll think, well, this is great, but then you got to stay on medication. And I don't call it side effects. I call it direct effects. There's many direct effects to those harmful medications. So, you might feel relief immediately. So you think, oh, well, now I can live a normal life. But you're on medication. You're on drugs. You're a drug addict, a legal drug addict. And if you get off those drugs and you keep doing what you were doing to get the disease to begin with, you're going to run back into the same situation until finally doctors will say, we've been doing this too long. We got to cut out your colon. And that's what they do. So it might take a little bit longer and be a little bit more challenging to do this the natural way, but it works. It works. And I work with people that get better. Now, if you're on medication, I'm not a doctor. I can't tell you to get off medication. As a matter of fact, while you're switching your diet, in some cases, I tell people to stay on the medication. But then they got to get off the medication. And when you're off medication, you don't have any symptoms, hallelujah. And that's the opportunity everyone has to receive. Healibd.com is the website, and the videos are there. I'm telling you, you can get better. Please see those videos. I see several of you mentioning that you're suffering from these things and what the difference is. All these questions. You go on my website and you can see all those, but they'll bring up new questions, and I'm here to help you. And I want to encourage you. You can get better from inflammatory bowel disease. I am a living example of that. And Crohn's disease and ulcerative colitis are both considered inflammatory bowel disease. The only difference is Crohn's disease being anywhere in your digestive tract, and inflammatory bowel, ulcerative colitis being only in the large intestine. So, but it's the same cause, the same symptoms, and the same cure. And don't take this, like it's not going to work. This works. You always hear a story about, oh, I know somebody that got better. I know somebody that got better. I know a lot of people that got better naturally from cancer and AIDS and all these different things. Listen, I am him. I am the man that got better from inflammatory bowel disease. I am the person. Over 25 years. It works. Now, will everyone that tries this diet get better? No, diet, it's not a panacea. It doesn't mean automatically you're going to get better. There's so many other things creating issues, from stress to non-diet related things. But I'm telling you, you do all the things you got to do, that's going to give your body the best chance to recover. You just take drugs and keep doing what you were doing. There's a definition of insanity. It means keep doing the same thing and expecting a different result. If you want to change the result, you got to change what you're doing. That's how it works, folks. That's how it works. All right. Please put your comments or questions below the video. This is where I'm so happy for this young man that got better. And let me see. They even actually have a link. Maybe it takes you to the actual study, actually. And it says Crohn's disease remission with a plant-based diet, a case report. It actually is a medical report. When I was younger, the doctors always used to tell me there's no medical studies to prove that diet has any connection with your condition. Well, I guess here it's changed, because now it's reported, it's medically documented that this works. So they can no longer say that, but they will. They want to scare people and they want to take people's colons out. But this stuff works, folks. It works. So everybody, please contact me. Go to the website, rawlifehealthshow.com. You can contact me through the contact link there, or go to the website healibd.com and see all my videos about inflammatory bowel disease and how to get better. And you will and you can get better. This isn't just a motivational message, folks. I did it, and I teach people how to do it. You know, everyone has what they do in life, right? Some people fly planes, some people drive cars, some people are teachers, in public schools. Some people are, I don't know, they make money on Wall Street. What I do is I help people with illnesses get better, and the main illness I focus on is the one I got better from, inflammatory bowel disease, and I want to help you. All right, so please put your comments, questions below the video. Contact me after you see the information at healibd.com. Completely free. I'm not asking for money. I just want you to get better. And check out the videos there, and then contact me with questions you might have. And just be encouraged. I know I know the emotional impact of dealing with this illness. I know it. I suffered from it. I understand. But you can get better, folks. All right? And I'll be praying for everyone out there that's suffering from this. And I look forward to hearing from you, a great testimonial just like this person. And I look forward to helping you if you need it. Until then, everybody, have a great day, a great night, and a great world life.